Grand Rise. It shall be dope. Willie Whittle. This is the pod. Let's get into it. So we rise another day. We learn some more stuff. We learn every day. We're blessed to see the sunrise. And it's a beautiful day outside. It's a real nice one. So it got me in my mood. I'm thought provoking this morning, and essentially with the events that's happened this past week, and so many things have happened. We had the Baltimore Bridge um, break down or get hit and torn down. Um, there's obviously things going on overseas that changes the world daily, and we get blessed to have the opportunity to be where we are. But you definitely got to pray for the people who are supposed to be in their environments in their homes, and they literally want to wake up. They want to live life too. Um, Tyranny, oppression, however people view things, um, is bad in certain places. So I want you to always think about that and think about the life that we have, but also pay respect to the life that they have, and it's still valuable. It's definitely valuable. So today I wanted to offer a prescription for perspective. What happens more or less in life is that from our angles, from our viewpoints, we understand things so much different. And the whole purpose, don't get me wrong, is to have this life journey be as fulfilling as possible, right? We all have our own goals, our own journeys, our own missions, but the perspective that we have from where we are and the perception that we see life is one of the things that we definitely need to understand from an empathetic level. Um, First thing I wanted to offer up was, like, because I had some pretty thought provoking conversations this week. But the first thing I always want to offer up is a song quote, and the song quote that got to me this morning uh, was the Jay-Z verse off of "Justify My Thug," and stick with me on this because I'm not Hove, but great writing, thought provoking information. So they say, "An eye for an eye, we both lose our sight, and two wrongs don't make it right. But when you've been wronged and you know all along it's just one life, at which point does one fight?" Let me try that again. They say, "An eye for an eye, we both lose our sight, and two wrongs don't make a right. But when you've been wronged and you know all along that it's just one life, at which point does one fight?" So, as I listen to this, right, the first thing that we get taught is this passion, this hunger, to be better. But it's always a respect thing, right? You always have to have this underlying level of respect for the people and the things that you deal with. So when you go out into the world and you deal with people, and then something happens, a wrong thing or something that you perceive as being wrong, then some people decide that they want to have that conversation, that situation where you're not going to get over on me and you're not going to disrespect me. This is not just street mentality, people. This is real life. Like, you go to the office every day, somebody tells you that they didn't like something that you did on a project. This is where people just feel like the perception is off. And when people come back, they say, "All right, well, let me be stronger, let me be better, let me recollect myself and gather my thoughts." Some of that is the pushback, the kickback. So truthfully, when you go eye for an eye, like, hey, I was wrong, so I understand that you're going to wrong me, and I'm going to wrong you. So eye for eye, right? But at the end of the day, we both lose our sight, and this is how I interpret Hove. Like, so if we both lose our vision towards our path, just to side and say this is our side mission, I have to get this taken care of, right? Then you've already done yourself wrong. You strayed away from your path. So I interpret that as, if you lose your sight, you lose your sight towards your goals, that your journey, your mission to peace. As that's my path, right? So, but understand something: when you've been wronged, and you know all along that it's just one life, at which point does one fight? So imagine you can't let some of this stuff slide, and you have to address some of the things that do bother you internally. We have to sit down, we have to meditate, we have to really get in our self-help bag to understand the things that bother us. And if we do feel wronged, the ultimate question pops up, like, when do you fight for when you feel wronged? So you don't want to get in that space. So this is where I'm at. You don't want to get in that space where I'm wronged, so I'm vengeful. I'm wronged, so I'm spiteful. I'm wronged, so now I'm bitter. You definitely don't want to get into that space. If you feel like there's a fight that needs to be had, make sure you're strategic about it and you fight it. But you only have one life. So imagine the fight. Imagine the battles, right? Because the mission for your whole life is what you determine it to be. This is the journey. This is the dash between the two numbers, right? So if you are willing to fight for the things that you care for and love, then do so. But understand that when you choose to fight, that's what you're doing it for. You're not doing it because of any of the other perspectives that you may have. I'm not doing it because this is a good side mission and I'm being petty. I'm not doing it because they're not going to get over on me again. I'm not doing it because I have to win this argument because this is me saying that I can do this. It's not about that. At the end of the day, every concept, every battle, every fight is based around your why. Based around your why you're doing something. This is my reason for being here. I have my family and my love circle. When it's time to fight, it's for defense for them or it's for our forward motion. I don't think that people understand that when we think about our perspectives, we don't get to see how other people are affected. But at the same time, my perspective is for me. My perspective is for my circle, my team of people, my love circle, my care squad. So I'm here for a reason. And I understand when to fight. I understand that if I do fight, yes, it may be an eye for eye. I will defend my respect. Because my respect is what I give to my care team, my love circle, so they can view me as a leader. Like, if you see me, that's what I have. That's what I've given. I only give what I have. And when I meet people at the table, most people say, hey, I demand respect at the table. Listen, when you see me, I give off respect. I'm okay. I'm secure enough. My my ego. My bravado is not respect me. I'm me. You need to respect me first, right? It's not that, and I don't think that's how life is intended, right? But that's my perspective. But I get what I give, and I like that energy. I need that energy. I give off, man, this vibe. And I'm not bragging, but I kind of am, you know what I mean? Because I got to toot my own horn every once in a while. But I give off this vibe that just is inviting and peaceful. And I really want people to understand that you're getting my whole authentic self. All right. So if you do wrong me, just know that during my mission, if I'm fighting for the people that I love and you try to impede that, then there is an issue. Right? And I think that most people believe that. There was a woman I saw on IG the other day. She got charged for, I think she got, I don't know what the sentence was actually, but she got charged because she was going after the person who raped her kid. And it's kind of like this whole catch-22, and I know we're all parents, so we all thought about, man, if this ever happened to my kid or something, and sometimes that type of feeling doesn't happen until you get put in that situation, and then people actually do what needs to be done or whatever. And this lady did what we all probably would think. And when she got caught, she got hit with the hammer because it's like, well, this is conspiracy and this is attempted murder. And I'm like, and yes, right, because she chose the fight for her team. So the perspective could be whatever you want to say. She could be the person who's like, oh, you're getting thrown under the jail because you're having bad thoughts. Well, these are motivated by also bad thoughts. So let's not act like she's not a human, right? Because humanity has levels. So back to my original point, like the perceptiveness of what we have is linked with this humanity that we need to give. You need to have this respect. You need to have that for us to survive and us to move down our path. So as I was talking to one of my colleagues the other day, very, very good friend of mine, and I love her to death because she just gives off this energy. And it's a funny story because I was giving off this, I had a vibe about me. I was like, you know what? Nope, not today. Like I'm done with it. And I sent a message that said, nah, without deep context. I was like, nah, not today. Like today is the day where things change. And 4 minutes later, I get a call from this person, right? And she helped me understand energy, her energy, the power of her energy, because I was giving off such a radiant energy of enough to disrupt the energy that I usually give off. And she called me and she said, something told me to check on you. I'm talking about 4 minutes, people. 4 minutes. I'm giving you I want to check on you. And I'm like, wow, I kid you not. Like, I just had an occurrence literally 4 minutes ago. Like, this is, your energy is radiating right now. And we had that conversation, and we had a very deep, dope conversation that I cherish, and it was life changing for both of us, honestly. But we made a statement, and she said, in this situation, she said, well, people say the grass is always greener on the other side. And I said, well, grass may be greener, but do people think about the gardener when they see that the grass is greener on the other side? And the perception is like, oh man, it's so lush over there. I wonder how I could get over there, right? Because the work is already done. You want to lay on the bed of grass because the work is already done. It's sunshine ready. It's blossoming. It's surrounded by the flowers, and you see this grass, but nobody understands what the gardener went through to get that grass there. Right? I mean, come on, like, they put in the work to make the grass greener, and then when it invites you, if you actually get a chance, and this is obviously metaphorically, but if you obviously get a chance to open your world, to go to that other side, to get where the grass is greener, make sure you are prepared to do the work. The only reason why that gate opened up for you in the first place was because you have done the work and you have prepared yourself to enter that gate. So it's not about the perception. And when we prescribe ourselves this medicine of, it's so great over there and it's nice over here and this is so awesome over there, you really don't understand what people go through. And that right there is you not doing yourself the service of understanding perspective, right? So that's why I'm offering a prescription to perspective, because we need to take our vitamins, take your sea moss, take your black seed oil. That's what I take, and let your mind understand that it's not about where you are. It's about the work that you're putting in. It's not about how people view the battles, because as long as you're focused on your why and your journey, then you'll know what you're fighting for. You can choose to fight every single day, but if you're fighting for the wrong reasons, then you may need to reevaluate that, right? And I'm not telling anybody what to do. I'm just offering a prescription for perspective. I'm just offering for people to sit back and say, you know what, this week was tough. Hey, life is lifing, and it got hands. It does. I got hit with a couple that made me wobble this week, and it wasn't pretty. But that's okay, because you get up, you push back, you say, all right, how do I gather myself? How do I regroup and then move forward? But we got to sit down and we got to take that medicine. And then when we see that there is a greener pasture, make sure that you are willing to do the work to get to that greener pasture. And if you're so blessed to get there, understand that it's work to keep it green too. So as always, thank you for listening. I always enjoy, spilling my heart on the mic, because it allows me to just be who I am. And understanding who I am is you constantly coming with me on my mission, which is to peace. And as long as we do that with love, it shall be dope. Thank you, y'all. Y'all have a good one.